Chapter 11. The Wise Man. Billy is the first to wake up. After his morning toilet, Rufus is waiting for him, his tail wagging happily. "Oh, damn, I completely forgot about you, my dear," Billy says to himself. He goes to the table, puts both hands on the platform, and a short time later two bowls appear. One with water and the other with dog food. He puts them on the floor and Rufus doesn't need to be asked twice. He quickly devours the dog food and drinks the water very quickly. Billy wants to go for a walk with him now. But where is the door, or rather the opening where they entered? He also notices that there are no windows. Billy realizes that this room is a prison cell. It is not long before John and Ramirez wake up. "Hey John," says Billy. "I think we are prisoners here." John asks, still half asleep, "Why would you think that?" Billy explains, "I don't see any windows or doors here. I was planning on taking Rufus for a walk, but I can't find the exit from this room." John says, "Calm down, Billy. Arna will be here soon to show us the city, or rather the space station. Then we will ask her how we can leave this room. I'm going to have a coffee first." John goes to the table and imagines a coffee. Shortly afterwards, 3 cups of coffee appear. Everyone enjoys the coffee, and sure enough, it is not long before an opening appears in the wall and Arna enters. "You're already awake," says Arna firmly. "Why are we locked up here? My dog needs to run around." Billy asks Arna angrily. "I'm sorry. It's just for your safety." Arna replies immediately and continues, "I'm here to pick you up and show you around. One of our older wise men also wants to speak to you." John says, "Okay, but we want to know where we stand here." Arna replies, "Of course, everything in its own time. If you'll follow me, please." The 3 and the dog stand up and follow Arna out of the room. John, Billy and Ramirez see a very busy city station. They see lizard creatures that are reminiscent of raptors from the dinosaur era. To their surprise, there are also people living down here. Perhaps they are descendants of those who were stranded down here. Then there are also hybrids between lizards and humans. But so far, none of the 3 have identified beings that could be of extraterrestrial origin. For them, the lizard creatures probably came about through evolution. "As you can see, we live together in harmony here," says Arna. Billy asks, "Is it known how your lizard-human hybrids came into being?" Arna answers, "The wise man will be able to explain that to you. This way, please." They go into a very tall building that is more reminiscent of a temple. They enter the building together. A large hall with statues appears before them. John, Billy and Ramirez are amazed as they look at the statues. They are the creations of aliens. Thin and slender bodies with very large heads. A small mouth and very large eyes make up their faces. Arna says, "These are our gods. Since the beginning of the Earth's creation, they have used terraforming to advance the life of plants and animals and have also changed it again through apocalyptic catastrophes. As far as I know, these disappeared when Atlantis disappeared from the surface of the Earth. The wise man and lord of this holy place knows more. This way, please." They walk through the huge hall together. The statues of the aliens are at least 20 meters high and look very frightening. The footsteps echo through the hall and make a ghostly impression. The floor is made of the finest marble with various motifs. Approximately in the middle there is a garden with various types of plants that exist here below the surface of the earth, artificially created. The garden is laid out like a labyrinth, the path is paved with fine sand. In the middle there is a pond and a pavilion. The pavilion is covered with cushions on which a very old man sits and meditates. "I've been expecting you," he says, although his eyes are still closed. He has a very long beard that is snow white and equally long snow white hair. He must be well over 80 years old. He is also wearing a white robe, which reminds one of a Greek scholar from the stories about Plato and Socrates. He opens his eyes, his pupils are a southern brown. "My name is Quintus. Welcome to Atlantis. Arna, this is my daughter and trainee in the science of Atlantis. I am the last survivor of my people." John asks, "Like the last survivor? What about the other people here?" Arna is a half-breed. "How is that possible?" Quintus answers, "It's best if you sit down. I'll tell you roughly the story of Atlantis." Everyone sits down in the pavilion and is excited to hear what Quintus has to tell them.